Okay, guys, so today I want you to think about creating a mini surfboard. If you have already started to create your mini surfboard, um, you may need to go back and make some modifications to it. We've changed uh, the z-axis on the surfboard and on the fin to 1.5 millimeters. The 1 millimeter was coming out way too thin. So you might want to go back and make that modification. You can see what I have done here is I have taken two um, parts and put them together, and you can kind of see the connection line right here. But it turned out fairly okay on the print. You're free to use whatever shapes you want to make this surfboard. This kind of helped me to get the the curvature that I needed. Remember that you need to use a flat. It needs to be flat, no oval shapes, or if it has any oval shapes at all, and then we haven't learned about printing supports yet, so it's not going to print very well. So it needs to be flat, and the surfboards that Mr. Glenn had given us to model after are flat as well. So this one here that I made could probably be a little more narrow right here on the end. Or on the edges here. So you can think about that as well. You can look at the models that Mr. Glenn has. We are going to print these in different colors. We're going to print them in pairs. As you can tell, I duplicated. For those that don't know how to do that, you can just click on it and go up and you can click right here and it duplicates. You grab it and you can move it over here. So once you create your surfboard, you can just duplicate it right here or copy it. I'm going to go ahead and erase this one. That way we can print a pair at one time with the different colors. Another thing that we'll be learning is how to maybe change the filament. I'll get you guys over as we do that, because we'll change it out. We need 5 pairs of these in different colors each pair. So we'll be changing filament quite a bit on these. We'll be running probably one printer on these, and then the other one to finish up our other print projects. So what I would like for you to do is I'd like for you to work in pairs on this. And remember, you can share your creation by going right here and clicking the share button, and you can generate a new link, copy the link, and then you share that via email with your partner, and then that way both of you guys can work on the same Tinkercad project. Make sure, one thing that I noticed on mine after I printed it was the fin is probably a little small, probably need to be a little higher. I sunk it down in this just a little bit so that I'd make sure that it was touching the surfboard. So you might want to think about that as you do this. This is a real world project. We will be presenting these to Mr. Glenn, and he can choose which he likes. They only take about 5 to 10 minutes to print. So everybody should be able to print theirs. I would like for you guys again to work in pairs. You will be graded on this, and again, this is a real world project. You'll communicate your you will communicate your project through a presentation, just to more or less just to show your creation, and then we'll take all of the pairs of surfboards and we'll set them out, and Mr. Glenn can choose which he wants. He needs 5 pairs, and he may want to take all of them just to have extras for his collectibles. But this is a real world project, and you will be presenting these to a real world audience in our HVAC person with our district, Mr. Glenn. So be aware of that, and make sure that you understand that. So do the very best you can on it. If you guys want to be creative in any, you can do that. Just know that you have to work within those specifications that are on the board. And once we print it, if we realize we need to make some changes, then we will do that. And then, that's real world as well. That sometimes we look at our finished product and we have to rethink it and go back to the drawing board. So make sure that you share your project with me as well, so that I can see it. So, and that will be it for today.